The winter night shelter runs for 3 months every winter, and during those 3 months we provide overnight accommodation for rough sleepers.
The shelter obviously moves from different venues each night, so when I came in it was just the empty hall, and we set everything up, we put the tables out, food arrived, and it was, they made the place, transformed it completely.
It's all run by volunteers.
I think it's a real testament to the city of Leicester that this big bunch of volunteers could get together and make that happen and do it so well. It was so well organised as well.
I worked as a special constable, so as a volunteer with Leicestershire Police. I had to leave that because of my job, and then when I came to learn about One Roof, this is about giving back to the community and helping the people that I would have normally have potentially arrested and had dealings with in another life. I'm now seeing the caring side of it and got to know the residents.
I had a meal with them. It was quite spicy, so for some of them it was, oh, I'm not used to this. But just listening to their stories, really quite eye-opening. The journeys that they'd been on and how they found themselves where they were today.
The most important thing actually is to break these walls between you and the other people. You would find these people actually normal like you, but all what you need is just to take the step.
My first shift was here on a Sunday morning at St Philip's, and it was really, really heavy snow. And one of the guests had his birthday, and I think he was only about 23, 24, and he was so excited to see the snow. When I arrived, he was standing at the front door making snowballs and trying to hurl them at the bus stop opposite. The road was very quiet at the time, so it wasn't dangerous, but it was just lovely to see how much enjoyment he was getting over the fact that he had a hot meal, a warm bed, and then could go out and play in the snow, knowing he had a safe bed that night as well.
I'd recommend it. If I could do it all the time, I'd do it, but unfortunately. Yeah.
There's a big sense of community with the residents, but also with the volunteers. And when you volunteer with the same people over and over again, you get friendships that way as well. And you just learn so much about different people. And
cultures.
Yeah, and food.
Yeah.
The purpose of the night shelter is not just to get guests off the streets or rough sleepers off the streets, but it's actually to give them a warm, welcoming environment to come into, somewhere where they can develop friendships, but ultimately is actually to try and move them on into more stable accommodation.
While I was sitting in St Mary's bus station, waiting for my coach, I looked up from my newspaper, and across the waiting room, our eyes met, and it was one of the clients from the previous winter. And he was so transformed. He was in a suit, he'd got suitcases, he looked much more healthy, and I thought, if I've played one small piece in that boy's transformation to what now was a man who was in charge of his own life and his destiny, then thank you God, I've made a difference.
Don't hesitate, go for it. In fact, I've been talking my son through this, and he's considering volunteering next time round.
It's probably the best thing I ever did.